I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a croaker key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jenkins. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
His throw incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jenkins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jabari Zuniga coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 10 carries, 54 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. They run it again with Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 5. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holloway. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure. You pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off the bootleg, Jenkins out to his left. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jenkins. He's going to go up top again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They shakes him off. Dancing to his left. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taken in at the 22.
Come on with it, man.
And Detroit getting set to go now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Jenkins. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Okay, great.
Off the play fake. Jenkins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. James Mitchell his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Holloway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And a tackle going to be made at the 38. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Off the bootleg. Jenkins steps away. That is caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Rolling to his left. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Holloway. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A final shot before break. Jenkins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
43 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Down to a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking at finding Shepard on the crossing route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jenkins flushed out right. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground. Cook. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On fourth down, Jenkins. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Back to throw here. They'll get this out to Kamara. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd and 4. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Cook, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year, and the Lions will add to their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass complete, Galladay. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. 2nd down and inches. Going right back to Galladay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
2nd and 5. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Cook again. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Cook up the gut. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, it's